me. Got the key, dancing to unlock me. Side to side, no, their fingers don't faze me. Crazy to say, but nothing's gonna stop me. You're falling to get you. I ain't playing with you. I ain't playing with you. You should say what you say. Oh, come on, get it on. Oh, come on, get it on. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you your love, your love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to your love, your love. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you your love, your love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to your love, your love. Show you, let me show you your love, your love.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Tuck it in.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. I can't believe how fast time travels.
I know, it's already 12:30.
We had a meeting,
And a meeting.
another meeting, and then we had to rush out.
It's all good.
Just goes to say.
It's
Now
all
we have a
good.
new segment to the show, courtesy of
Trippy.
Josh and Military, who used to do
Movie Wars.
Movie Wars, and until further notice. Now let me see. It says here, your choice, so I get to pick who I want.
No, you got to
Josh
spin
and
it.
Bailey. I know I got to spin it. I'm reading what it says. So this is the wheel of tomorrow. And on this wheel, we get to pick who we want to sing karaoke on the show.
Ah.
So Mayor's name popped up first.
Yes, it did. All right, I don't think he's here till next week, though. What? When are you here
Mayor's
this
here.
week?
He's standing
You
right
singing
in front.
today?
He's standing right.
You said it's the wheel of tomorrow.
Yeah, which means I should have done it yesterday. He's standing right in front of me. So he will be singing the first tune of
Of the week of our karaoke wheel.
karaoke.
Hello. And look who's here. You just never know who's going to pop in.
Who's that? I didn't see-
Nandini. You never know who's coming in these doors.
Mandini, sit.
So I have to wish lots of healing prayers to our good friend Barbara Harmon. So
Yes, we just got that phone call right now.
Jay, we got you. We're going to be networking tonight, but Jay, we got you covered. You know, anyone that's part of our studio is always under our wings. So we definitely got you covered. All you got to do is take care of Barbara and make sure she's okay. That is the most important thing. We got you on everything else.
I got this.
You got this. Happy Tuesday
Give
to
me
you.
a pencil.
I'm really excited, though. We are, I don't even want to give it away, though. We're actually in the discussion of a new wisdom show coming out on Wednesday.
Ah,
So
yes.
I can't let the cat out of the bag,
Wisdom
but
Cafe.
the Wisdom Cafe coming to you on Wednesdays, which I think is a perfect placement for some words of wisdom. Because Monday we need motivation, Friday everyone's ready to drink. On Wednesday we need those words of wisdom to get us to Friday. Am I right? Thank
it's
you.
Wisdom, drinking, and motivation all on Wednesday.
He seems to think he's drinking coffee, but I'm thinking he needs like some wine and some wisdom.
No, that's your wisdom. He wants
Right?
coffee.
Wine and wisdom, I know.
Well, I can give you a glass of wine and a coffee mug. It looks sort of the same.
You know what tomorrow is?
I don't know what is tomorrow.
International Women's
And
Day.
again-
So we'll be drinking wine tomorrow for wine. We've
will?
got Michelle Landers coming in, our numerologist, tomorrow.
Is she? We got to get more of that stuff.
You don't even drink that stuff.
That stuff has to be put in a shot glass.
She's drinking
You have that stuff.
2 hours before
That's
airtime.
Jamaican rum. What do you mean? Jamaican. I used to
Make it?
breastfeed on Jamaican rum.
Put that in your nipple.
Oh, absolutely. Somebody's nipple. Somebody's
So
nipple.
sorry.
Holy smokes. And she hasn't had any. But I gave some to the crew, and they're all dancing in the aisles over there. What the hell?
They're going to scream, Mike. Pick up your mic.
Mike.
Mike,
Mike.
Mike,
Mike.
Mike,
Mike.
Mike,
Mike. Say
Mike,
that
Mike.
again.
I got to get some for Nandini
For
too, so
Nandini?
that she and I would
Nandini,
be
all you need is a little
dancing
dabaduya.
at our 3:00 show. Don't forget, Meta Lifestyle Magazine.
If I give you this, you're going to have a 3 and a 4 and a 5, 6 o'clock show. Because I'm going to tell you, that stuff, I smelled it.
Smell it, right?
got
I let
drunk
you
on it.
smell
Yeah,
it.
Smell it.
Oh, my God.
I always get nervous drinking around like a workout fitness guy because he's probably thinking, don't
He's
drink
judging.
that, don't eat that. It's like
I'm
a
judging
judgment
a little
thing.
bit. It started a little early here, I
judging.
must say.
See, a little judgy from Wade, I know. We got Wade Waddick joining us, so I'm really excited because I've known this gentleman through the community for many years, and it's nice to have you join us on the set. Anyone who's in the
you for
workout
having me.
industry, you know Evolution Fitness in Boca, so.
I could have sworn that there was somebody who did something up there. Now, it'll come to me. There was something that he says no, but I could have sworn somebody was doing something there.
don't know.
Health-wise or something.
I don't know, we'll have to talk about it when we
It's
get
funny.
there.
You're going to hear my war stories of the gym when I was in New York.
Can I tell you what happened to me?
You
My
broke a
foot.
toe?
I don't know what I do know what I did.
Wow, your foot
Saturday.
is swollen.
I think it is. I was working out outside Saturday, but I wasn't running or jumping, so I thought, I'm not doing mat workout. I don't need sneakers. Those freaking lunges. Don't ever do lunges without sneakers because I think my toe is swollen. So you know what it's like to go through my shoe closet and actually find shoes that don't crush my toe? Not an easy feat.
Well,
No
wear
pun
shoe-
intended, sorry.
Wear sneakers. Look,
Yeah, I thought about that too.
I got a cut.
You got to cut. I need an ice pack for my toe. Plus, I'm in wedding mode. My son's getting married in 2 weeks, and I got to
You're
get.
not sympathizing
I got
my
2
cut.
weeks,
I got a cut.
and you're cut. I know it's better than the mousetrap. So I'm like in this quandary of
changed
now
the
I can't
plug,
run,
and look, I have a cut. You don't say nothing. Oh, your toe.
my toe,
Look at
my,
my
foot,
finger.
the
And
joint.
look at the finger that I damaged. It
See, Wade, we
hurts.
got to hang out with you.
Now, when I was in New York, I used to watch WWF.
Did you really? You used to play ball.
No, this is when I was playing ball. And there was this gym in Yonkers, where all the WWF wrestlers would go. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So you remember Ivan Putski, the Polish Power? He used to walk around. He had no neck. He
Probably
was a
not his
wrestler.
name. Don't worry.
All
I
those
don't know
guys
him, no.
from that era, they were all there. So I used to go, and here and there lifting 5,000 pounds. And I'm lifting like a little Mickey thing. Whoop, whoop. So I stopped lifting when they were in the building because that was a little embarrassing, which pushed me to go to racquetball. Remember racquetball in the walls and all that?
Did you wear like the headband and sweatpants
Oh,
like
I
the
had
Richard
everything.
Simmons thing?
I-
You had hair like that
No,
too.
I wasn't Richard Simmons, but
But you had hair like Richard Simmons back in the day.
Yes, I did. And I used to wear a band and my sneakers, and I thought it was cool because all the guys used to go there to pick up digits. Hey, it is what it is. You pick up phone numbers, the ladies were there, they were all working out. And these big guys used to come in, and they used to lift 1,000,000 pounds. But they only worked out like for 15 minutes because they lift 1,000,000 pounds, and their biceps and their triceps and everything was like pumping
Big.
up. So here comes Freddie. And he gets on his little whoop, and a whoop, and a whoop. Okay, I'm done.
I'd love to see you working out.
But these guys used to drink a lot of either protein drinks or beer. A lot of beer. And they used to, I guess it was the carbs in the beer, and then they used to go work out.
No, I think they just like to drink and work
Oh,
out.
I'm going to tell you something.
I don't
he
think one
went
thing
up
had
a
anything
little
to do with the
early.
other.
These guys were huge, man. These wrestlers, and that they can throw themselves, because there was a ring in the back where they used to practice. And they used to throw themselves all over this ring. And you see a 240-pound brick coming at you and land on this guy. And the whole building shook.
We did 2 live remotes from gyms. We did one down at Bobby's place where it was like a team building exercise and we had to weave in between,
Yeah.
right, all the ropes. And then we had this mousetrap thing that you and I did, only the mousetrap backfired on your hand.
Of all the 20 people, I'm the one that you put the mousetrap.
And then the second one we did was at a gym over on Glades. And we did that pre-pandemic also.
I remember that.
But we've never worked out at the gym. Oh no, we did one at the boxing ring also in Delray. But how am I the one who's always working out at the gym?
'Cause you like to work out. Look at your toe.
And you're always filming, it seems.
Look at your toe.
Look at his finger.
Because I'm
exactly.
looking at my finger. I'm hurt. I'm injured. I'm on the injury list. I got a paper cut there or something.
Some more to come. That's all I can tell you. But we got a great show lined up for you. Going to talk about fitness, hopefully some veterans foundations that Wade's working with. We've got Meta Lifestyle Magazine show here. We've got Karina Felix and Nandini who talks to the plants. We'll see what the plants say. Someone was talking about that yesterday. You should talk to the plants. Sally, I think.
Yeah, because she saw the segment that she did, and everybody's shocked that plants actually talk. And they do. I mean, she puts it on a speaker.
So she said you should talk to your plants, make them sing. So Nandini's here, and she is the co-host of the Meta Lifestyle Magazine show. I think we've got a good news segment coming out with Trishna. We'll see what else is happening with that.
With who?
Trippy.
Oh, Trippy, yeah.
Trishna. And what else you got cooking? But yeah, my toe is like, I don't know.
Your toe is swollen, huh?
I know.
Yeah, but that doesn't look very attractive to have another toe growing out of
What
the
am I
side
going
of
to
your foot.
do?
Why
I
don't
just
you
got to
try
get in my
taking off
shoes.
your shoes?
Oh, no. No, that's not even a thing.
That don't look healthy.
That's
That
not-
looks worse than this.
it's a little. Yeah, Dawn doesn't take her shoes off. They know it doesn't happen.
I'm going to tell you something. That toe is going to make you 3 inches taller.
Thank you.
So
And
swollen.
happy birthday to you, too. Freddie's greeting card line. You look
Ta-da.
swollen. Happy birthday. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, let's see what we've got cooking
Drink
for
some of
you
that red juice
on
and
this
take care of
Tuesday
all the pain.
afternoon. 888-994-4995 at the pawn shop.
The what
Stop
shop?
talking about toes. The pawn
Stop talking
shop.
about toes. Hey, that's because Josh, nobody wants to talk about your toes.
We'll be right back.
Known for his Art Deco Cubist style and compositions with dancing saturated color, Ken Bieberman has lived and breathed art his whole life. From the early 80s, he's influenced the Art Deco district of Miami Beach. Featured in numerous restoration projects, hotels, galleries, and clubs, Bieberman creates for everyday folks and celebrity clientele. He's also the proprietor of Art Repro, a giclée and scanning company in Pompano Beach. When it comes to scanning high resolution, size is not an issue. Professionally scanning art up to 10 feet and 64 inches in width, Art Repro utilizes state-of-the-art equipment. On quality canvas or paper, archival ink and printing mediums are put to use. Art Repro ensures colors are true and every nuance of the art is captured, including the canvas weave. Perfection is the priority. Contact artist Ken Bieberman today at 954-547-0095 or visit his website www.artrepro.net.
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties, open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
There is no way to ignore it. You hear it on the news, online, from your friends and family. What happened to my money? Whether it got hit by falling stocks and bonds, with the coronavirus, shrunk by a floundering 401k with low interest rates, and is riding the extreme ups and downs of the stock market with political elections. Many Americans are worried about their money and how they're going to retire. Help protect your financial future now and call J.D. Mellberg for your complimentary book from a leading financial firm that shows you ways not to run out of money whether the market goes up or down. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that can protect your money for a lifetime. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits of annuities from hundreds of top-rated insurers, helping you to find ways to get up to 33% more income in retirement. That's right. 2 books, both absolutely free, for calling J.D. Mellberg. Help protect your financial future.
Call 877-643-3015.
Are you compromising your medical care for doctors out of your network? Are you tired of dealing with referrals to see a specialist? Are you aware that you can save up to $155 a month on your Medicare premiums? You need an all-in-one benefits company that can help with all of your Medicare plan needs. Call today, All-in-One Benefits Group at 954-614-5488. We're here to find an all-in-one plan for you. 954-614-5488. Call today for open enrollment.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Amp Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for some good news in the cafe.
Welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe Show. My name is Tristna with some good news here with you today. Coming back from the dead, or will we be seeing ghosts? Reporting woolly mammoths will be on the great return as scientists will be combining their DNA with that of Asian elephants with a 99.6% match. Their return is due in 2027, and it's to help report for the health of the ecosystem and changing back the climate change. Also reporting, a man fell out a avalanche and was stuck in the snow. The only thing sticking out of the snow was his arm, and he waved it profusely in order to get help, and helicopters came and found him and rescued him. He is reported to be alive and well today. Furthermore, good news, can't speak today, so sorry about that. Good News Network posted an article by Andy Corbley about a 19-month-old baby who was cured of MLD, which is metalchromatic leukodystrophy. She is 19 months old. Her name is Teddy Shaw, and it was a rare deadly condition that affects the white matter of the cell nervous system, and they had reportedly taken her bone marrow transplant in order to get that cure for her. That is all I have today. Back to Freddie and Dawn at the studio.
Tristna.
Trippy.
Tristna. Nice job. Always the good news, never the bad.
So the woolly mammoth is coming back.
What do you think that's supposed to do for us?
It's going to teach us all about, they're going to talk to us about what happened back then. This is like Jurassic Park. Remember he had the mosquito in his cane?
And the DNA came back because they bit.
They're going to make Jurassic Park. We're going to have all sorts of woolly animals, dinosaurs. Can you imagine that your Brontosaurus X is going to be at your house eating your trees?
No, I think I've got him in my trees. You saw a picture on Saturday night. I never knew iguanas actually mate that way until they were in my tree mating that way.
Chuck runs around showing people 2 iguanas, one on top of the other, says, Yeah, bro, this is a party.
I didn't know we wanted to do that. Anyway, let's get into our show. I'm
If
glad
you want
that
more information about that, give
Let
me a
us
holler.
know.
I'll give you a...
I'm glad Wade Waddick is joining us of Evolution Fitness. Evolution has been, oh my gosh, how many years have you, 20?
We just celebrated our 14-year anniversary on Super Bowl Sunday.
Well, happy anniversary.
Thank you, thank you.
I mean, right in, fitness is so critical and you guys kept going. And you even kept going during the pandemic because you have to do so much outside.
We do. We were able to kind of continue our services. We did live stream 3 classes every day. We had to pivot and kind of adapt and overcome, like many businesses did during COVID. But we're able to get back to work and working out physically at the location pretty quickly because we do a lot of stuff outside.
It was nice to connect with you at Boca City Lead, which has been really a great source of networking for us because there's so many new people and then it brings together people we haven't seen in so long and got to sit right next to you. We were packed in like sardines and it gets busier and busier. It's a fantastic event. It's Thursday night. Thursday, I don't know what he's this Thursday at 11:30 at Boca City Lead over at the Community Church.
That's right. This Thursday is the next one, right? And we're going to be sitting, I think, at the FAU table, from what I understand.
Which is the nice. But I'm glad I got to see you. And I said, Wade, do you know my friend? And she's actually a good friend of ours. She's going to be at my son's wedding with us. And she said, you want Wade's number, you guys, so you can connect. So I'm glad you're here. And
Yes,
Teddy,
thank you so much for having me.
it's been such a pleasure. Tell us what makes Evolution the niche in the community, because what you do is different than most other gyms.
Yeah, we'd like to say we're like a little bit more than a gym. We're a community. We're a family. You see social media on the weekends. Everyone's together outside of the gym. So we say family, and we really mean that. It's people have a different level of connection when you're working out in group classes versus just coming and doing your own thing. And everyone's got their AirPods in now, and there's very little socializing. So there is a huge social component that ties into doing group fitness versus just someone going and lifting things up and putting them down by yourself.
But you do it in a different way, the way you bring the groups together. I think it's more of a functional fitness.
We do. We specialize in functional.
Than lifting weights, right?
Our classes have a strength component, a functional fitness, a cardio base, and really what that does is that allows anyone who's just looking to be in general fitness condition, as well as people. We have a lot of people training for Spartan races, and now DECAs and all those adventure races are pretty popular. We have a huge demographic of people that are really into pickleball, which I'm sure you guys hear a lot of people talking about these days. And our group classes kind of tackle all of those little things that are going to help you, show up for your family and have the energy levels to be able to chase your kids and do things with them. Or we live in South Florida, paddleboard, pickleball, all those things.
I think the functional fitness is what makes it so different because it's not just lifting weights. And you certainly have people that are fit and they go on and they compete through Evolution. But it's when you go on a family vacation, lifting up your suitcases, bending over and getting the groceries, picking up your kids, your grandkids. It's not all about just showmanship. It's about really getting through life in a better way.
Absolutely. I mean, we're at travel softball tournaments all weekend, and we have the coolers and the buggies and all the stuff. And, because my fiance and I both work out, we're able to get everything in one wagon and drag it, sometimes a mile to get to the football field and not be out of breath or not have the energy to sit there and cheer for our kids playing in the games. And so all those little things that fitness correlates and dumps into every aspect of your life. That's why I love what I do.
All different age groups?
All different age groups. You have to be at least 13. We work with our local recruiters, and they bring us their kids prepping for boot camps. If you have a kid that's joining the armed services, great. I'm a Marine Corps veteran, so we do a free veteran class every single Saturday at 9:30. It's free for firefighters, LEO, and veterans and active duty. We have quite a bit of active duty here locally, Coast Guard and Navy.
Well, thank you for your service.
Where is it located?
That's a great question. We are on Glades Road and 441, directly behind Best Buy.
Oh, I know where that is. I know where that is exactly. And you offer programs for everybody 7 days a week?
Yes, we're open 7 days a week. Our first class, Monday through Fridays, 5:30 a.m. Latest class, 6:30 p.m.
That's very cool.
That's not even too late.
No, it's not. But you said you work out very late.
I work out late because by the time I get home, clearly I did not even have shoes over the weekend. I think I'm not my age. I got to embrace this age thing.
Well, you have to turn the light in the room on.
No, I was outside.
Well, you got to turn the light outside on. because you're going to run into stuff.
Tell us more about what you do for the veterans, because when we saw you, you were there representing a few veterans foundations at City Lead.
Yes, I'm blessed to be a part of a couple different organizations, but I fundraise for the Wounded Veteran Relief Fund. They're a tremendous organization based here in West Palm Beach. 85 cents of every single dollar goes to a post 9/11 wounded veteran that needs emergency financial assistance. There's a lot of veteran organizations out there doing a lot of amazing work in our community, but things that are offered to veterans like free scuba diving and things of that nature kind of aren't that significant to veterans if they can't pay their bills and keep their families in their homes. So I fundraise for Wounded Veteran Relief Fund. I also sit on the board of the Connected Warriors, which are based here in Boca, and work very closely with the Irreverent Warriors that brings veterans out of isolation.
We worked with Connected Warriors, and we did the deal at the hockey rink.
With Judy Weaver, yep.
Yep, she's awesome.
We did.
She's great.
We did a nice piece where we had fundraisers, and you could get monies into the.
That's how we met Captain Tiffany. Was through I don't know if it was through Judy, but another.
That show she was in.
They're opening a home.
Which is, and again, that Captain Tiffany is a very successful story, and that's the piece
Lord's
of art
place.
she left us. She's in Ohio now, got all her monies back. She was down on her luck, got all her money back from the military. She just bought her first home, and she's helping people save lives. She is, I gotta tell you, it's an interesting story. It's her story to tell. I would love to have her come back and so she could share this.
But it's what you talk about. You can't help your family if you can't pay your bills.
Yeah.
And
I do love Judy. She actually, she's got a bunch of Israeli veterans coming next Thursday. So if you're here, you're local, you want to come work out with some active duty Israeli soldiers and some Israeli veterans, next Thursday, 9 a.m., we're going to have them in for a workout.
They're coming into
do
Florida.
yoga.
Is there an event that she's bringing them in for?
It's through a different nonprofit. I think it's called like Israeli Helping Hearts, or I'm butchering the name of it, but it's in conjunction with Connected Warriors. But we're having them all come in. She's going to do some yoga after. She'll be treated to some yoga, and then Restore and is going to allow them to come up and do some free cryotherapy and red light therapy. Give them a nice full day of not only fitness but yoga and some recovery while they're in town from Israel.
What we found so fascinating from working with Connected Warriors is how she would tell us that going to the grocery store can cause PTSD. Just getting back into life is sometimes harder than actually being on the front line, because you know what you're doing there. When you come back to your world in the States, everything can be a trigger. Are some of the programs you're working with helping with that?
Yeah, so my partner with the nonprofit side of the house, he was very close to taking his own life. And he did some heavy combat tours in Iraq, Fallujah being one, which was some pretty heavy fighting over there. And, he tells the story about how he came home one day and just was literally a split second away from ending his own life. And it was through these organizations that kind of kept him having a little bit of hope and using their services to kind of pull himself out of that. But yeah, PTSD is something that these men and women struggle with on a daily basis, and it's real.
And your brother was in the service, so veterans are always something near and dear to Freddie's heart.
Yeah, my brother served in the Navy, but and we've had tons of stuff that we've done in the past trying to get awareness set and ready, and Captain Tiffany was a leader on that thing. That people, sometimes they need help, and we have to take care of our vets. We talked about that. Now, you also said something about a comedy situation you do to raise funds.
So we put on a couple of different events every year. One is our Devil Dog 5K. That's a nickname given to the Marines for the way they fought in World War I. That's at the end of September in South County Regional Park. It's a 5K, 10K, kids 1 mile that goes every year. We started that 2015. We've raised over $250,000 for the Wounded Veteran Relief Fund, as well as some other nonprofits. We hosted our first ever comedy show last April, and the next one's coming up in June, TBA on date and location. But we're flying in Brian Simpson, who's been on Joe Rogan a couple times, Marine Corps veteran, very funny. He's been on David Spade's show, very, very funny guy, and Mitch Burrow, who had his own show on Comedy Central, both Marine Corps veterans. I don't do stand-up comedy.
We're waiting to see you're going to do a whole set. We're sitting here waiting for him to do like a stand-up. We had someone sit in that seat. She was, I do comedy. She came out with some things that we went, oh my gosh. Do you remember?
No.
It was so not midday.
I MC it, but I don't do stand-up comedy.
What is your hope when you're giving back to all these veterans? What is your ultimate goal?
I mean, my driving force always is, God forbid that day comes where I'm no longer here, that I made the world a better place than I found it. In every aspect of my life, my family, of course, and my veteran community. And I love being able to impact people's lives through fitness. Like, I really think that when people make that change physically, it just trickles into every other aspect of their life. They show up for their family differently. They have better relationships with their spouse. They have better energy. They feel better about themselves. So we know it's a great antidepressant, right? Working out every day, whether you stub your foot or
bend your toe doing lunges or not. Because that's why you do, at least that's why I do it. We had a guest in yesterday talking about living in gratitude, Vismaya, and she says every day she wakes up and she does her meditations and she exercises, because even in the high anxiety world that we live in, if you actually work out and you try to exercise, it will subdue some of that anxiety, at least for that moment, and you hope it builds up enough endorphins that it gets you through that day. And it's got to be part of what you're seeing at the gym.
Absolutely. We, as a matter of fact, we had a 9 a.m. class this morning, and the one woman was finishing up class. She's like, if I didn't do this every day, I'd absolutely be on drugs. She's like, this is my Prozac. This is my antidepressant.
And people get up and they show up every day. Because
Every
it's
day.
not just...
Every day.
Especially where you are. You've got this family unit, this tight-knit unit that people they stay with you for years.
Yeah, we've had people there ever since we've been open.
They don't gym hop. They don't go place to place. Once you're a part of the Evolution family, it seems to me from what I hear, people stay.
Yeah, they do.
Because they
We're
love
blessed.
the family. They go to events. They sell clothing. You're on the football fields. You're everywhere.
We try and give back to the community. I mean, we feel like we're a pillar out there in West Boca, and we don't just do veteran nonprofit stuff. We had another young man raising money for his 5K. We've had him out. We've done stuff for breast cancer. It's not like I only do veteran philanthropic things. If someone comes to our gym and they have a cause that they're passionate about, we've done workouts there for them to support them, or let them come out and market their nonprofit or their race, or anything we can do to make an impact.
I remember my kids are growing up seeing you and Lily, I think, out on the football field one Thanksgiving day, giving everybody water. I mean, the kids are little.
Yeah.
I think Brooke Lukes had sent that up.
That was years ago.
Years ago. I mean, my son was playing. He's getting married in 2 weeks, so years ago. But things that you remember is Evolution supporting the community and bringing water out and showing the kids how to play correctly, how, not to stub your toe or go into the flag the wrong way. Little things that make a difference on Thanksgiving Day, right? Think about that. Like, I still remember this.
That's funny. Yeah, that's a good memory. That game actually got passed on from like Brooke Luke's kid to the Romeros, and it was kind of cool to see.
And the temple used to go out, but they knew when you growing up Thanksgiving, you would go out and play ball, right?
Always.
Things you always knew to do.
Yeah.
But here, everyone's so segmented in the suburbs.
Yeah.
They all went to Patch Reef Park, so you knew on Thanksgiving Day morning, that's where everybody was out playing. And it was a great event that some families used to put together here.
It's changed, the values and stuff. I was going to ask you if the gym life after COVID has changed in people, or have people gotten closer? Is it because during COVID, I don't know if you slowed down, if you were open, I don't know what you did, but
We slowed down. We did live stream. We converted our back room at the facility into like we have all these lights and stuff, because we used to do a veteran podcast. So we have a lot of this equipment. So we just made it a studio and live streamed 3 live classes a day. But yeah, it hurt gyms on a big scale, because you had so many people buy Pelotons, all the other home fitness equipment. Some of those people never came back. So, it
what
absolutely
about now?
impacted us.
How are people coming back? What's
People
the
are back.
mentality?
We're back. We're full strength right now, but it took a while. I mean, small business gyms were definitely pretty rough there. Even down here where we had the luxury of kind of being outside, like other states didn't. But yeah, it's definitely changed the landscape for sure. But we have some new best practices that we employ now too, as well, with some more online stuff where everyone gets to see the workout the day before. We didn't used to do that. So it's Marine Corps motto, baby: adapt and overcome.
That's right. That's right.
Which is helpful. It gives everyone that strength to overcome. When we first met Mayor, we're run by a group of interns here. We represent a lot of the schools that are our crew. And sometimes you say things like to your kids and they don't answer you. And you think, did you hear me? And I say things over and over, not Mayor. I would say things, he goes, got you, heard, done. And I said, where does that come from? And he says, my grandfather was in the military. So I always acknowledge, and he always does. He's like a stickler for detail. He always acknowledges what someone says. And it's just that attention to detail that you can tell it's different, which is what you do at Evolution. It's what you do with the community and why you are as successful as you are.
Well, thank you. And I do think that there's merit to that because we used to say we try and run it like the Marine Corps, but not in the sense that we're yelling and screaming at people like Parris Island, South Carolina. That'd be bad business practice. But the first year we did our 5K, the timing company we were using at the time, he's like, oh, 200 people would be a great turnout. I was like, we're going to have 1,000. We're going to do 1,000 our first race. And we were right at that number, like 1,000. He called me going home that day, and he's like, I have never, ever been a part of a race this organized in my life. And that was our first 5K. And it's only because of all the attention to detail that you learn in the military, the punctuality. He's like, I showed up, and you had 60 volunteers. He's like, I've gone to map out the course, and there's been no one there. He's like, I've been in the park all by myself, and people show up late. And he's like, there's people everywhere, and you had West Boca tackle football there volunteering, and it's like one thing you learn in the military, punctuality and attention to detail.
But it's great for the kids that you work with because right now, teenagers, they're all so distracted. There's phones and there's this, and to actually have them showing up at a gym and then teaching them that attention to detail and bullying. I know you help overcome some of that also, the stigma. If you're working with kids at 13, they're coming into their own, like this book that we talked about in middle school. They need that punctuality. They need what you're doing to help build self-esteem.
It's tough parenting,
right?
In today's climate with social media and all the distractions, and we try and work as close with the recruiters as we can, not just the Marine Corps, but all the branches. We have a kid right now who's 2 weeks away from graduating Navy boot camp in Chicago. Wow. We got another one that's at Parris Island. We have another one that is getting ready to finish his, I think like his A school in the Air Force. His mom comes every day. And all these kids, it's just makes such an impact on the rest of their life, like serving their country, but also learning those little things like showing up and work. Our workouts are hard, and we're outside, and it can be hot and uncomfortable. But I think it's such a testament to the parents to say, hey, you know what, you still got to come.
That's good stuff.
Testament to the parent. It's not easy raising kids.
It's good stuff. When I was coaching back in the day, and we had we made it tough to stick on our travel team because so many kids came out, and we didn't like cutting kids, telling them you're not on the team. So we made it really, really tough, so that they had to go to practice 5 days a week. Now, what travel team? I don't know about today, but back then nobody did that, and parents would complain. I says, it is what it is, and good ball players got treated just like kids that weren't as good. And then the program blew up after the first year. I had too many kids. It got bigger, so we had to create a league. And the toughness paid off in school. All of a sudden, the kids started doing well in school because we made that part of the program. You had to be passing class in school to play. And it just got deeper and deeper into the well. As I could tell that the organization you're putting together, it challenges you.
Yeah, we challenge them.
But that's the name of the game. That's what makes you the best that you can be.
If they throw up, we give them a free T-shirt.
Will you? Oh, you know what we forgot?
What?
What's today? March Tuesday.
We can still do. We got time. We still got another hour left of the
now
show.
That he said that, remind me.
How do people get in touch with you for the gym or for any of the Veterans Foundations organizations?
We're big social media, so we're on Facebook at my personal Wade Waddick or Evolution Fitness Boca. On Instagram, we're not on TikTok or Snapchat, but Instagram and Facebook are our two primary ways. And my cell phone, it's right there on the screen. That's my cell. You can text, call. I'm here for you.
It's nice to see a small gym. It's not so small, but it's not a corporate gym. Stay in business through the thick and the thin, through the pandemic, through growing families. I mean, through the families that we talk about. These kids are all now almost in their 30s.
Right.
You've been around a long time, making a positive impact on so many lives, and you're still here joining us and sharing the journey. So thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you very much for having me.
In our community. It's just amazing. And when I used to go to the gym before I was working with you every day, you'd see the kids come in, the teenagers really trying to get in fitness, the kids that were bullied, the kids that maybe aren't your atypical kids. and try to make a difference. So imagine adding that with what you're doing. It's a huge social impact for them. So it's always about kids for me. And for you, it's always about vets. So Wade sort of brings it all together. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me.
We're going to take a commercial break. We'll see what happens at the top of the 1 o'clock hour. When we come back, check out Evolution Fitness in West Boca, or for any information on veterans, organizations, and foundations. I know Wade is a great resource, as is Judy Weaver. So more to come, 888-994-4995. You are 10 minutes away. What did Frank say? You're Dawn, soak your foot in warm Epsom salt water solution for 15 minutes, then ice it. Thank you, Frank. My soothsayer, I must listen to what he says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop another weight on the other side so they'll be even.
Thank you. Happy birthday. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Meet Jay Harmon, one of the many artists held in the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery. Jay specializes in various different art styles, but his medium to work with is colored pencils. His unique style comes from being self-taught and years of practice. Jay pulls his inspiration from many outlets like people, television, celebrities, and many more. With multiple original pieces, Jay's art graces the gallery with over 40 plus works for viewing and for purchase. His many years of being an artist has given him a chance to partner with the Derwent brand, giving him the opportunity to try many different work styles and further his craft. Feel free to come on down and visit the studio to view his work, or if you're interested in your own Jay Harmon original, he's open to commissions on his website, coloredpencilartist.com, or catch his show, The Colored Pencil Artist, on Amp Media Productions on YouTube and Facebook. See you soon.
What would you do if you had a broken bone? You'd go to the doctor and use your insurance, right? What would you do if you had a serious problem with drugs and alcohol? Most people do nothing until it's too late. Your insurance can help you get clean and sober with the assistance of a place like the Detox and Treatment Helpline. Many times treatment is fully covered, so why not use your insurance to treat your addiction problem just like you would if you had a broken bone? And with the Family Medical Leave Act, you're allowed by law to take off time from work, and your employer doesn't need to know the reason. So there are two good reasons. You've got insurance you can use for your addiction problem, and with the Family Medical Leave Act, it's completely confidential. Call us right now and save a life.
Call 855-350-4504. That's 855-350-4504. Call 855-350-4504 now.
Want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call, because the best prices are not online. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner. Call today and get the best price on your next flight, guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
Artist Rosie Sherman paints her passions to share with everyone. Expressing herself through bold and vibrant colors, her suggestion and style are always in flux. Inspired by travels, nature, romance, and the human spirit, Rosie makes sure her depiction of women are strong and proud. Her landscapes illustrate the changing seasons in the diverse world that we live in. To find her artwork in the multiple medias you can purchase, visit rosiesherman.pixels.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Bringing in March Madness. If you call in today, you win these 2 free tickets to a movie as well as this shirt for some merchandise from the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Give us a call at 888-994-4995. Studio A. Perfect.
This morning.
Okay.
We were talking about Your Key to Love and Happiness, a program for self-healing and personal growth. So I think working out not only helps you on your physical shape, right? It also helps with your emotional, your spirituality, and really building your self-esteem. So we had this gentleman walk in as we were finishing up our morning show about, we said, are people huggers? We were kind of laughing how you and I started, who hugs, who doesn't, and a personal space. And he said keywords are should and would and have to. Not necessarily about what we were talking about, but in general. Keywords for you when you're motivating people and you're inspiring them to work out, to push it, to go.
That's a good question. Normally, like the typical format of our class, we do like a nice dynamic mobility warm-up, going back to like my track and football days. From there, we go over and gather around the workout of the day, but I try and use like an inspirational quote. I used to like be so into famous football coaches' quotes and John Wooden and all these great coaches. So I try and use like a quote to kind of set the tone. And then really, I think the number one thing people need to do when they're working out is not so much the motivation side of like what they're doing, but be intentional with what it is you're doing, which I think should probably resonate with your group because you're just telling me all the other shows that you have going on here. But having that purpose, that what's my intention for what I'm doing this for?
You know, I said that to you this morning, and you've shared your health journey with our audience, so it's not as if I'm going to say anything. And I'm really proud of you because tomorrow, it always makes me tear up, is 6 years when you got very sick from a medication you were taking so it was supposed to help your diabetes. And here you now, thank goodness, on the other side of it, but every day it's a journey for you.
It is. And you know, I didn't even know it was the calendar on it. I don't look at it that way. Every day is another day. Things are actually on the upswing. You know, there's ups and downs with this stuff. And what makes me happy is if this regimen that I'm on actually works, I'm going to share it with other diabetics because there's a right way and then there's the other way. And for years, I've been trying to do it the right way, and it hasn't been easy. And you know better than anybody that I've tried every potion and commotion and everything to make it right. But it takes work. No matter what it is you do, it takes hard work, it takes discipline. You got to stay the course. And when you fall down, you got to wipe it off and start again. So here we go. In this book that we have, I was talking about it on the morning show. I think that every kid going to school, to college, this should be part of their prerequisite. You should have this. If you're a parent, give it to your kid. If you're a grandparent, give it to your kid. It actually will ask you questions about yourself and come up with some answers, because we deal with a lot of young kids in here today, and there's a whole bunch of questions out there about their future and what they're feeling and everything else. And I went through some of the pains when I was going to NYU at 16 years of age that they're going through now. And it was because of exercising, running 3-4 miles a day, that I got out of that doldrum. But not everything is the same for everybody. So yeah, tomorrow's, but tomorrow's gonna be a good day because we back and we better, and We're just going to stay on.
But you're
the right
staying the
path.
course on this one, and
It's not
we
easy.
joke around a lot about you trying all these things, but you've tried all these things to stay on track. And life sometimes deals you things you can't always stay on track with. Right? COVID came and it got us all a little bit off track. And when you're really working with some health issues, you don't have that wiggle room. You know, we laugh that I work out a lot, but thankfully I do what I do. But I've got my own issues. Everyone has their own story to tell. And I think you help a lot of people in a lot of ways.
You're right. There's a lot of stories to tell, and different things resonate with different people. And the other thing, the follow-up to your follow-up question, I think one of the things I do say a lot to people is progress, not perfection. So even if, you know, those M&Ms are calling your name on a Wednesday and you slip up and you stop and buy some, it's okay. Get up the next day, right? Next day you get up and just try and do a little bit better. And it's really just momentum and progress. If you just keep building those little habits, you know, talking about, you know, running 3 miles or 4 miles a day at NYU, it's just getting up and making steady little incremental changes, because on down the road is what's going to make the biggest impact.
It's like we talked about last week. Would you rather be the tortoise or the hare?
Yeah.
Now, some of our crew are so young they don't even know the fable, the tortoise and the hare. They go, why is it called a hare? Why is it not the rabbit? Anyway, once we got to the point of what it is, it makes me think back to that slow and steady wins the race.
Well, I think it's an important message for people to hear, especially when we're looking at like weight loss. 'Cause we don't have that. I don't think that show is on anymore, The Biggest Loser, but those people are losing 20, 30 pounds a week, and we're in a day and age now where you order something and it arrives at your house in the afternoon. But that's not the way the gym works. You know, you got to put in a lot of time, a lot of energy, and you have to do that over the course of a lot of time to see small incremental changes, and that's very discouraging to people.
Well, going to the gym also teaches you discipline. And, you know, I've never met a diabetic who's been disciplined because diabetics should be chefs because we eat everything, even the things we shouldn't be eating. But there comes a point in your life, and life will give you memories. Harry Anthony, burying him on Saturday. Steve-O, not doing well. It gives you memories of if you don't walk the right path, which is okay, you don't have to, but it can be really, really tough on those people around you who care about you. Even if you don't think so, it's true. So the discipline of having to do it sometimes outweighs wanting to do those M&Ms. It doesn't even bother me anymore when there are donuts. I hand them out. I'm gonna tell you how tough that is. I hand out the donuts. You want donuts? I did it yesterday.
You did?
Doesn't bother me anymore. I can live without that stuff because I can't eat it. And you know, no is a complete sentence, and I don't do it. But it's good to know that at least with your program, there are different things that you can try. It sort of motivates you to pick a way. If one way doesn't work, you try something else. But there's choices. And I've always said in life, if you have choices, you got a shot. Always said that, including some toe work. But it's a lot of, you know, I believe in having fun and staying healthy. That's my journey. Unfortunately, right now is what I have to go through. And I'm trying to have a good time. Like I'll give somebody a donut and I say, man, that tastes delicious, don't it? And I'm living through them because I can't have them. But I don't miss it. You know, I'd rather be healthy. I feel good it's been a while since I felt this good. Get up in the morning and my sugars are amenable to a place that I can say, man, I ain't seen that in years. And we're getting there. You know, we're getting there together. It's not only me, it's everybody around me has pitched in here, and they always watch what I cannot have as opposed to what I can have.
What's your top tip for people that are maybe just starting? Because it's not January. Right now we're into reality. We're into March.
The top tip should be if you made a New Year's resolution in January, probably not on it anymore. That's why
Correct.
New Year's resolutions are not ideal. It's just start. You just got to start. It doesn't have to be perfect. Once again, it's just putting one foot in front of the other, but just start. Make the commitment.
It's the commitment. That's why I like everything that you represent at Evolution Fitness, because, yeah, during COVID, we all tried to work out at home. The motivation's not the same.
It's not.
And when you see slow progress, or you hit a plateau, or you've gained more weight, and you realize you're having a hard time on your own, so you give up, going to Evolution and working with Wade and working with his team of trainers keeps you focused. Because not only is it a family, there's the motivation to say, you know what, let's try it this way. If you pulled a muscle here, let's try it. Let's do something different. As we age and our bodies change, We can't do what we think we used to do when we were 30s and 40s.
Right. Our analytics are completely different versus like a big box facility. So if you're 20,000 square feet, the connection and social dynamics so different. Like I was saying before, you go there and you have your AirPods in, no one's really talking or conversing, and you're not participating in a group class, so there's not that continuity and that chemistry and involvement of kind of everyone kind of suffering together. And I know that our analytics, the percentage of people that actually use our memberships are way higher. Like the big box facility, it's actually 89% don't even use the facility. So it's like, how could they charge $10 a month? Their business model is predicated on that you are not coming, and they don't want you to come because you break the equipment. They gotta fix things, and the model's designed for you not to come use those facilities. So
89%.
89%.
Tremendous.
It might even be higher than that because of the $10 a month model. This was going all the way back when I was working at Bally's, and it was like $30 a month. So it might even be higher with the $10 a month club. But we used to say this when we were podcasting for some of the veteran stuff we're doing is, I'm not just saying this because I own a small gym, but go out and join a small gym. It's different. I text message our members when they're not coming. I send them messages through social media, or I have most of their cell phones in my phone. Some of the other clubs that will remain nameless are not texting you if you're not coming.
No.
They're actually designed for you not to come. So if you struggle with that motivation, go out and seek out what's geographically desirable to you, and also like a smaller studio. You'll have a different connection with not only the members, but also the staff.
You're going to have better results physically, emotionally, make great friends, and your kids become friends, and it's a great social outlet as well. And if you're happy, you're going to want to do it more.
It's funny because I belong to an organization to lose weight, because I used to weigh, if you look at those pictures there, 268 pounds one time in my life. And I've been down all the way to 190 pounds, and I'm going to shoot to try to get as close to that as I can. But I meet with them on Saturday, and these are deal breakers. These are people whose lives, the lives are so touched by having to lose the weight. I mean, you have to, unless you don't want to be here anymore. And that message was sent to doctors and everything else. And I have a diabetic crew that goes in there because I'm a diabetic. And some people already have the insulin pumps and different things. And after the meeting, they come up because they watch the show. They come and say, Freddie, what are you doing? How do I get my life back? Meaning that they're not having fun through everything they're going through. And it's been an awakening for me. I didn't realize that so many people were watching the show. And I do talk to my diabetic friends, and I have something that I'm going to share again with them. I have to be careful because there's a program. You got to follow the program, but you are allowed to make adjustments. And maybe this gym having this whole versatile family feeling is the same thing as the program we have. There's 75 people in this room now on Saturday. It went from 10.
You inspire people because you're walking the walk and you're going through the journey. It's not like me saying you should.
So are they.
You should do this, but you're walking the walk with them. You're saying this is what works for me, what works for you. We're in this together. It's a community. And when there's people feel a sense of community, they feel as if they're not alone.
Agreed. It's different. You know, you don't go to another big box because you go in there and you get a little intimidated. I do. I see a guy who looks like Mr. Hercules. I don't look like that. I'm not going to wear a T-shirt. I'm going to wear a sweatshirt. I don't look like that. And the motivation begins to leave before you're even in the freaking room. So if you're around people and it's that kind of environment where you're friendly and everybody's in it and they know your name as opposed to, hey, you.
Everybody knows Wade.
And everybody knows your name. It changes the motivation of doing this. And I love it. It's a concept. Everybody knows the show. I wear the hat around town, different places.
You wear it into shorts and sneakers?
Yeah. I wear it everywhere. They know the hat. They don't know me. Hey, you know, with the guy with the hat.
But you inspire people.
Well, it's not even about inspiring. It's having to do the right thing to get on, to be able to enjoy life. I got my 4th grandson coming, granddaughter. Doorknob is coming.
Yep.
And I like to be able to welcome her. And I see some of the people that are struggling because the formula is not there, because they can't, because they're not motivated, or they feel this, and I get it. 100% I get it. Because, you know, diabetes does not happen in one day. Sorry to tell you. And we create the problem, we enhance the problem, and then we double it. We double down on staying unhealthy. And I'm a diabetic, and I can say that. So you got to change the trend. You know, sweating, you shouldn't be allergic to sweating, because sweating's good for you. It really is. And if you have to change outlets, or you got to do something at the pool, or you got to go wash your car, do something to get motivated, or you go to a gym where they know you by the name, right? What's the name of the Cheers?
Everyone knows your name.
Everybody knows your name.
As Wade says, just get started.
And that will change your outcome, man. I gotta tell you, you will see different colors, different people, and enjoy life for a change.
As we say, read the messages. You got a big message that hit home, unfortunately.
I had to learn it the hard way. And God gifted me borrowed time, and I can say that, because I shouldn't even be here. But here I am, so let's go get this done. Simple.
Just get started.
Just get started.
See, look, you motivated him.
I love it.
And you're just
See
sitting
you tomorrow
there.
morning, 5:30 a.m.
I could be there. I don't have. My issue is not being at the place. My issue is how much time I have to dedicate it to it. I told Dawn that I wanted to buy one of those boxing things, because they tell me that
He says yes.
those boxing, but they want me to bring it in here.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You
and get
haven't
nobody-
boxed in a long time.
It don't matter. I start like this.
Wade, you should have
Come
some
in.
supervision.
I think a lot of supervision.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go be Muhammad Ali.
You open at 5:30?
Yeah, I'm walking in there like 4:45, 4:50. There's a
That's
group of a lot of our educators. They gotta start early, so I let them in early, and they
Before
start
people go to work.
rocking and rolling.
Did you see Jamie Lee Curtis? She's gone viral because she goes to bed by 9 o'clock. She said she's one of those early to bed, early to rise. She takes the morning on. When they invited her to the Oscar dinner, she said, no, dinner's at 7:30, which means I'm not eating dinner till 9. I got to go to bed by 9. And she opened up this whole arena of people that said, I go to bed early and I wake up early because I got to be at work early. There's things I have to do. So she's gone viral in her pajamas saying this, that people need sleep.
I don't care what she's doing. Jamie Lee Curtis in pajamas, all in. All in. That's all I
she's
gotta
only
say.
64,
She looks fantastic.
right?
All in.
The older I get, the younger everybody else seems to be.
That's perfect. That's just the vision.
So you could be there 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
Let's
she's
do it.
setting. She's gonna do is she's gonna set it up, and then from now on for a week she's gonna ask me. I already know what's coming.
No.
But there is
Your
a
journey.
program, and for diabetics, sippers of the day, you got to eat your meal, your dinner, before 7 o'clock. You got to eat dinner before 7 o'clock. And if you don't eat by 7 o'clock, then have a very, very light dinner that leaves you hungry. It's really simple. Don't feed diabetes. 7 o'clock, the body begins to change. It has for me. This regimen I've been on, I dropped from 206 down to 121.
Wow.
So it works.
Nice job.
Believe and do. Now this stuff over here will get me there quicker.
Yes.
And stay there quicker. I understand that. But unfortunately, we're stuck in here till 9 o'clock. So I've told the crew, guess what? Somebody's going to have to take turns because
They're gonna
I
walk
got to
with
go
you?
to the gym or I got to walk outside. I've asked our friends to come and walk with me. I got no problem doing that. But you got to do something. You got to motivate yourself to do something. Because I'm going to tell you, life sure as hell beats the heck of what's on the
On
other
the other
side.
side. Wade, thank you so much for joining
Thank
us.
you guys for having
Look,
me.
you've motivated everyone right there.
Let's go. Tomorrow
Josh,
morning.
Tomorrow morning, boot camp.
If you can't do that, at least walk. If nothing else, just walk.
Well, they gave me all sorts of things. I watch TV, I got to get up and move. That's why you see me get up between every station break. I'm
Good.
supposed to do that. I got to move my feet. I got to move, and you got to move some more. So no excuses, you know. Excuse time is over. And like I said, there's no overnight diabetes patient. It happens because we've eaten the wrong things. And don't blame anybody but yourself, because I was Latino and I grew up on rice and beans and bananas every day for 50 years. Every day I ate the wrong thing. Okay, so that's the issue right there.
All right, more to come. If you're interested in the gym or any information, give Wade a call. You can find him in Evolution Fitness in West Boca. More to come. I think we got Mayor coming up.
Maya's going to sing.
Give us a call, 888-994-4995. And to follow Freddie on his journey, We're always right here at the studio. He's always available, just a phone call away. We'll see you in a little bit.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422. For no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
Stephanie Jaffe is a world-renowned artist who creates one-of-a-kind pieces. Using a keen sense of color and composition, her vibrant collages and mosaics integrate eclectic elements such as vintage keepsakes and fine china with blown glass and fired clay to create whimsical arrangements. For more information about her work, come down to the Brooklyn Cafe TV studio or go to StephanieJaffeArt.com.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently, and now you can't afford your mortgage payment? Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? We can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents or having to waste time showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your house to foreclosure. If you have equity in your home, we'll buy your home and give you cash within days. All in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call now before your situation gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just need anymore and get the cash you need today. Call this number now.
Call 855-348-5925. That's 855-348-5925. Again, 855-348-5925.
Tax audits, tax liens, wage garnishments.
Every day we hear stories like this about good folks who are simply struggling to pay their bills. Each of them are living a frightening IRS tax nightmare, and they are afraid it will destroy their lives.
I'm a divorced single mom, and my ex-husband left me and the kids with a lot of unpaid bills, including unpaid taxes. I was really starting to show my stress on my kids because the IRS had sent me a letter demanding a huge payment from me. I couldn't afford it. So then the IRS was threatening to garnish my wages. I'm already living paycheck to paycheck. That would have put me over the edge financially.
It truly seemed hopeless, but then a friend at work told her to call the tax relief line.
The people at the tax relief line, they told me about something called innocent spouse relief. They worked it out so that all of the taxes from my ex are not my problem. I don't know how that works, and I don't care. All I care about is that I don't owe the IRS a dime, and they are not going to take my paycheck.
Even if it seems hopeless, you should call the number on your screen right now. There is absolutely no cost for the call or the consultation. You are under no obligation. If you are worried that the IRS could garnish your wages, seize your assets, even take your home, call us right now. The Tax Relief Line is here to help you. Now you have a knowledgeable, professional team of tax experts that are ready to negotiate with the IRS and fight for you to save you money. The Tax Relief Line's professionals have successfully negotiated thousands of cases, reducing and sometimes even eliminating the tax debt for their clients. It's very easy to get started. Simply call the number on your screen right now. You don't have to live in fear anymore. The call and the consultation are free.
If you served in the Marine Corps, by now you know about the contaminated water problem at Camp Lejeune. If you were stationed or worked at Camp Lejeune from 1953 to 1987, you probably have a lot of questions. We have some answers. You could be entitled to compensation. Billions of dollars are being allocated to pay for damages to anyone stationed at Camp Lejeune during that time. Unfortunately, it appears that officials may have known the contaminated water problem existed and did little to protect their men. The Semper Fi code was not honored. If you or someone in your family has developed a serious illness, including various forms of cancer, call this Camp Lejeune legal support line right now. You can't turn back the clock and change what happened, but you can certainly call right now and learn your rights as a Marine. Here's the number:
Call 855-993-2180. That's 855-993-2180. Again, 855-993-2180.
Are you compromising your medical care for doctors out of your network? Are you tired of dealing with referrals to see a specialist? Are you aware that you can save up to $155 a month on your Medicare premiums? You need an all-in-one benefits company that can help with all of your Medicare plan needs. Call today, All-in-One Benefits Group at 954-614-5488. We're here to find an all-in-one plan for you. 954-614-5488. Call today for open enrollment.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
All right, I'm playing a sad song today, guys, so. Oh, my full name, too, okay. Swore I couldn't sleep a wink last night. No point in turning off the lights. Not the same without your head on my shoulders. Growing pains, but I don't wanna get older. Almost like we left it all on red. Couple feelings that were laid to rest. Didn't know that the party was over. And it's true that I need you to get closer. Burning photos. Had to learn to let go. I used to be somebody in another skin. I heard that you're happy without me, and I hope it's true. I hope it's true. It kills me a little, that's okay, 'cause I die for you. You know I'd still die for you. For you. I hope you're getting everything you needed. Found the puzzle piece to feel completed. Just wanted you to know every reason. Hope you really know that I mean that. Couldn't see the forest from the trees. Only time we speak is in my dreams. Burning photos. Had to learn to let go. I used to be somebody in another skin. I heard that you're happy without me, and I hope it's true. I hope it's true. It kills me a little, that's okay, 'cause I die for you. You know I'd still die for you. For you.
Nice job.
Are you kidding me?
Another one of those secrets, huh?
How long have you been here?
8 months? 8 months?
And how many times have you sang?
Once.
3, I think.
And how many times have you sang that I heard you?
You heard it every time. You keep
No.
Yeah.
Well, this song was custom made for you. And we have Cafe Nitro and everything else, and you sing like that? Really?
I'll sing what I need to.
Nice job.
Nice job.
He's always a surprise. He's like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going
I ain't
to
never
get
get a
with
box of
Mayor.
chocolates like that.
Pretty nice, huh?
It's good.
We got another friend who just walked in. You never knew who's coming in here either.
See, this is why we had to stay today. What do I know?
Every
Very
day.
nice. So from now on, we're going to play Spin the Wheel, and whoever it is has to sing.
Let's see who comes next. We'll see. You're going to spin it for tomorrow?
Spin it for tomorrow.
Your choice. Oh.
My choice.
Ooh.
Trippy's going to sing tomorrow. Trippy's not here tomorrow. Okay, so why don't we do this? Why don't we make Trippy sing today? Because that will be for tomorrow.
Okay.
What do you think?
Whatever you want.
Hey, Josh, why don't we have Trippy sing today? Her name came up. She's not here tomorrow.
She's
So
right here.
let's get a song together for Trippy to sing.
Huh?
You're singing.
Right now?
Yeah, right now. But they're gonna go pick it up. Go ahead. You go over there while we talk.
While Freddie does some more motivational speaking,
I
they're going to
give
pick
you-
out your song.
I give you 10 minutes. to
You know,
figure
the
it
funny
out.
thing is, that's what people remember. They remember our monologues, they remember the guests, and they remember the singing. Something else in between, I'm not even really sure
All
what
the
they
good
get.
ingredients of life.
Right? Isn't that what it is? Life happens.
Yes, and it's all about. And then when we're gonna go to on Thursday, we're gonna go to. Take it easy.
Thursday, we're going to be at
Lead.
Boca City Lead. Tonight
And we're
at
gonna invite-
5:30, we're going to be out.
Invite another 20 people of different backgrounds and everything else. It's a whole lot of fun.
Tonight at 5:30, we're going to be at the Meatball Room.
Yes, the Meatball Room, and you're all invited. Which is right here on Federal. It's not too far from me on 21st Street, I think.
We could, you could walk there.
Well, I'm not walking there. Well, maybe I should walk there.
I'll pick you up on the other side.
No, well, you can't walk.
I'm barely getting down the stage these
I have
days.
a pair of roller skates. You can roller skate there.
But you motivate a lot of people, and I'm glad.
5:30?
5:30 tonight at the Meatball Room.
So
You
meet
ever
us at
been
the
there?
Meatball. Yes.
Have you ever been to the Meatball Room? I have not. I have not either.
I had them on the air with the Eating Critique show
Oh,
for
okay.
years.
Today at 3 o'clock, we've got the Meta Lifestyle Magazine show with Karina Felix and Nadini. We apparently are the cover article for the next edition.
And
We're
she
moving
asked
from
for
the
a
back
picture.
to the front. We have not done that yet.
We had to send her a picture, and it has to be a certain picture.
We have not done that yet. But one of the, I don't know if the quotes in here that I saw that I thought was really great. It talked about finance. Let me see if I can find it, because I thought it was a great quote. Knowledge alone is not power. The application of knowledge equals financial freedom. Financial freedom is power. So it's just about how you share your story, how you share your gifts with the world, because everyone's going to have a different take on it.
That's right. You have to find your power before you can share it. But when you do, hold on to it and make it everlasting. As they say.
Share your message is all I can say. Is she singing? Or are we going to go to commercial break and get you set up? I don't know. All right, why don't we go to commercial break? When
Look
we come
who's in the
back, we'll
house.
wrap up the show.
Look who's in the house, Jack.
Wow.
It's amazing that I gotta have Bernie bring you back. We'll be right back.
South Florida in the house. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Known for his Art Deco Cubist style and compositions with dancing saturated color, Ken Bieberman has lived and breathed art his whole life. From the early 80s, he's influenced the Art Deco district of Miami Beach. Featured in numerous restoration projects, hotels, galleries, and clubs, Bieberman creates for everyday folks and celebrity clientele. He's also the proprietor of Art Repro, a giclée and scanning company in Pompano Beach. When it comes to scanning high resolution, size is not an issue. Professionally scanning art up to 10 feet and 64 inches in width, Art Repro utilizes state-of-the-art equipment. On quality canvas or paper, archival ink and printing mediums are put to use. Art Repro ensures colors are true and every nuance of the art is captured, including the canvas weave. Perfection is the priority. Contact artist Ken Bieberman today at 954-547-0095 or visit his website www.artrepro.net.
Being A successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties, open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
There is no way to ignore it. You hear it on the news, online, from your friends and family. What happened to my money? Whether it got hit by falling stocks and bonds, with the coronavirus, shrunk by a floundering 401k with low interest rates, and is riding the extreme ups and downs of the stock market with political elections. Many Americans are worried about their money and how they're going to retire. Help protect your financial future now and call J.D. Mellberg for your complimentary book from a leading financial firm that shows you ways not to run out of money whether the market goes up or down. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that can protect your money for a lifetime. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits of annuities from hundreds of top-rated insurers, helping you to find ways to get up to 33% more income in retirement. That's right. 2 books, both absolutely free, for calling J.D. Mellberg. Help protect your financial future.
Call 877-643-3015.
Are you compromising your medical care for doctors out of your network? Are you tired of dealing with referrals to see a specialist? Are you aware that you can save up to $155 a month on your Medicare premiums? You need an all-in-one benefits company that can help with all of your Medicare plan needs. Call today, All-in-One Benefits Group at 954-614-5488. We're here to find an all-in-one plan for you. 954-614-5488. Call today for open enrollment.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Amp Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Hey, we're back.
You never know who's going to come through those doors.
It's Jack from Ion, Florida.
Ion Channel in the house.
Actually, he has Ion, Florida, Atlanta, New York, New Jersey. He has places all over the place. You still have all those channels, right? Yeah. And doing really, really well. Jack actually covered the Winter Parade. I remember that.
Winterfest Boat Parade.
And he's actually covered a few other events as well.
Can we sit a few minutes? Please sit, enjoy, make yourself comfortable.
And he's always been.
Remember, we took the crew for a tour. That was an old intern crew. It was about 2 years ago. I guess, Jack, we got to come down to your studio.
Yeah.
Down
Got to
in
see the-
Davie, in
And he says,
Toradero.
"Freddie, you need a kitchen." I'll never forget that.
I know, and we do,
Where am I
but
gonna
we
put
don't know
it?
where we're going to put it. We totally
It was
need a
huge.
kitchen.
But what a place that was, the cameras and
We
everything
saved the
else.
stove if you ever need to use a stove.
We saved the stove.
Today's National Be Heard Day. Find your voice.
And be heard.
And be heard. I do want to ask Wade, though, before we wrap up today, you have a podcast for veterans?
We were podcasting for a while. We no longer podcast.
Okay, because if you did, I wanted to make sure that everyone knows where to find it and what it is.
Right. Thank you. No more.
What was your message? Or what were you really
What we'd like to do is
talking-
we'd like to bring on different veterans as guests and interview them, and highlight really that the most difficult time for veterans is making that transition, the first 18 months to 2 years post-service, where you're trying to re-assimilate yourself in the civilian world. That's where like a lot of the PTSD and the post-service problems really start to become heavy triggers. So it's just to highlight like what got them through those dark moments.
What were some of the moments? What were some of the ideas that they were sharing? What got them through? Kept them going?
We're blessed because my co-host was also a Marine Corps veteran, and we just reached out to people on Instagram, and no one ever said no. No one ever asked to be paid, and two of the guys, ironically, two of our guests, Remy Adeliki and Rudy Reyes, are on that Special Forces show right now, and both of them were our guests, and both of them. Not so much Remy, but Rudy was, moments away from taking his own life, and Chad Robichaux, who went over to Afghanistan and took out about 10,000 Afghanis as they did that like a private contracting thing. He did it
Wow.
with Tim Kennedy. He's a mixed martial artist. He's fought professionally UFC. Just amazing story. And he was moments away from taking his own life as well. And they all have different paths. Some find religion, some get sober, some reach out to organizations, and some reach out to battle buddies to help pull them through in those dark moments.
Just reach out to somebody for those moments that are tough in anything. Reach out because there's always a support system. It's never bad enough. It's never as bad as you think. Our mind creates things that are just
Make it
not
worse.
real, right?
The world's better with you in it.
Pastor
Always
Bill
better with
taught
you.
us that. Don't create your own
Right? False sense
disillusion.
of reality. Everyone creates their own false reality.
Yeah, that was some day that day when he came up with that. It was amazing how he hits home with so many things around you and people and yourself and everything else.
We got to meet at the last one. You know how they had someone from another country that sat at the table. At the last one,
at
which
Boca
was
Leeds.
amazing at Boca Leeds. So we'll see what he's got cooking for this Thursday.
I'm excited to go.
How long have you been going?
About 6 months now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So probably the
I
longest
don't
we've
miss
been
it.
going.
Did you get a table?
We have a table through a friend of ours that sponsors a table for us.
We bought a table. It was sold out. We have to wait until
You bought one. I think it's May,
May?
that you bought.
They
I
sell
don't know.
they sell them out.
they sell them out.
They
In
sell 'em
May,
out.
I finally got a table for May.
Yeah.
It just goes to show you that people want connections and people want to be part of the community and they want to learn. No one is here on their own. And as Sally says, there are no coincidences on what happens in life.
That's true. It's good
You just
stuff.
keep going and share the message. And if we can help you share your message at all, always let us know.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Let us know about the comedians if they want to come and highlight here before they are on the
Oh yeah, they're great. I mean, both of them are great.
So thank you. You going to say hello for a minute before we wrap up? We got our new friend Bernie Korn and
You're
a
gonna say hello?
longtime friend, Jack Niemer, joining us. So we're
You
going
gotta
to
hold the mic.
or they're going to scream Mike at you.
Good afternoon. This is Bernie Korn. I'm here with my business associate, Jack Namer, and we came to surprise Freddie and Dawn.
Shock.
Shock. I know. What a surprise. We know you come, but we haven't seen Jack in a few years, I think. It's
Couple of
nice
years.
to see you, Jack.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Congratulations on Ion and all the things that you're doing. Great things.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is
I am humbled to be here.
Remember, last time he was
humbled.
here, he wanted our chair, I think. You were doing a shoot, and he needed a chair out of this amazing studio, right?
That chair went on the movie.
So a lot of great
Our
things.
chair would have been on the movie. You should have sent
See
Kenny
that?
Love's chair. Yes, the mic. All
So
right.
what's next for Ion?
Talking to you, Mike.
We're contemplating going public
Nice.
and then licensing our names, New York, California, Wyoming. We have them all. Wyoming, Colorado,
We have a TV station that we own in Park City, Utah. So
a lot of good stuff.
A lot of good stuff.
I remember when you flew out to close that deal.
Yeah.
It was, we met at Meisner, and then the next day you flew out.
Yeah. Got 10 feet of snow this year.
Did you?
Yeah.
Amazing.
You gotta love to be in Utah.
No, I think I'd rather stay here, actually.
Yeah, 10 feet of rain.
So I can work out outside and
snub your toe.
bend my toe back.
Again, you're invited to the Meatball Room tonight, 5:30. Join us. Come and talk to Jack, talk to Bernie, talk to whoever shows up as well. Networking among
there.
friends. Yeah, we're going to be there. We're taking some crew members. I think.
Bring your cards, meet and greet. It's always good to get some networking because there is nothing like face-to-face meeting. Zoom is great. Connections are great on the phone, but until you actually see it, hear it, taste it, touch it, and see people face-to-face, you never get a real sense of what's going on in our community.
Yep, and all of that at the Meatball Room makes sense.
Can I give the address?
Please.
Sure.
It's 2621 Federal Highway. It's actually around the corner from the studio where we're taping now. Just mention Bernie Korn, Jack Namer, Freddie Santori, Dawn Grubert, and if you come early, we will give you a complimentary drink ticket and some samples of the food. It's an Italian restaurant. So mention names. Admission is free. Bring as many people as you want. And we hope to see you later. God bless.
It's like they say, the party don't get started till Bernie's in the
there.
house.
Bernie's in the house.
Yeah,
What's it called?
Bernie's
Weekends with Bernie?
Weekends with Bernie. Absolutely.
Weekends with Bernie. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Nice job, my or on karaoke. Sorry, Tristan. We're going to get you next time. Wade, it has been a pleasure. Wade Waddick from Evolution Fitness. Check that out. And if you're a veteran in the area or somewhere abroad and you want to just reach out for support, Wade has some great organizations. And tonight at the Meatball Room, 5:30. But before that, we got the Meta Lifestyle Magazine show coming to you right here, 3 o'clock. How to leverage your business with a multimedia marketing approach. Streaming, magazine, and radio. Have a great afternoon, and we'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.